the why USA part, I think there's several reasons. There's, intellectual property is one of them. So when you're outsourcing your intellectual property to another factory halfway around the world, they can be a great factory, don't get me wrong, we can make good boards, but your intellectual property is really not yours. It's somebody else is building your boards, they're building somebody else's boards, it can just slip away from you. We have great ideas, experienced riders, Tony Lagosche with 30 years of experience bringing new ideas to the table, good engineers, all that stuff, and it stays in-house, and we have control of our own ideas and we can execute on those stuff. I mean, another reason why USA is we just think we can build better board, quality board. Not to bash other countries or other factories, but the reality is you get marginal quality at times, and we're smart people. We can do it efficiently. We can improve our processes enough to where it's not a detriment to build boards in the USA. It's actually a positive. We can use it to our advantage.
So what's nice about Moonshine and the factory we set up and making the Slingshot boards is that we've been able to really go out and find the A players that know precisely what they do, and we're really fortunate to have those resources, locally in our area, and a lot of that stems from snowboarding and the people that do those kind of sports and the expertise that they bring together. So whether they're an aerospace engineer or they are a design engineer or a production engineer, all these people participate in these sports. So when they're involved with the design process or the manufacturing process or how that comes out on a manufacturing line or the quality that we put out, it all comes from that we're riders first and we're experts second, and we put all that together just to make the best boards in the world.
Yeah, I think it's incredible that we're able to do what we do here in the United States and do it for the cost that we do it. The workmanship that we put into it, we have a lot of guys, hands-on, and there's a lot of automated processes involved, but there's also a ton of, attention to detail where guys are handling the boards themselves and handling, each part, from step 1 all the way to step 100, where the guys are hands-on, looking at the fine details and making sure that everything's just right.
This company is different. It's not the run-of-the-mill, let's make everything in China, let's get it out on the market, let's go as cheap as possible and make as much money as we can. It's different here. We're proud about what we make, and I think that it shows the people here are stoked to come to work. Yeah, coming to work every day, it's cool because you live in an environment, it's beautiful here. And then you get to build something that you really enjoy doing. We get to see a board go from start to finish in pretty much almost one day, 2 days, and you get to see what you made, and then you get to see it on the water, sometimes on the same day, which is incredible to me. The unique thing about Slingshot is, everybody here is here. The goal is to make an insane product and pretty much stoke people out on what we're making and grow the sports, of wakeboarding and kiteboarding.
As a team rider for Slingshot, as well as a team manager, it's a pretty incredible experience being able to work with a factory where we make all of our boards right here in the United States. I think it's every pro rider's dream to one day be able to work on a product with the brand that endorses them and say, hey, this is what I look for in a board, and if I could ever get a pro model one day, I'd like to be involved in the process of building this board. And Slingshot offers that opportunity more so than any other brand out there. Building our boards right here in the USA, we can bring the team riders out, we can walk through the factory and show them exactly how this board's built from start to finish. And I think that's an opportunity that no other rider for any other brand has ever had, They're not going to China and grabbing a piece of foam and putting sandpaper on it.
If we went to Asia or China to get wakeboards made, we would get the same board as everybody else, and so it's a big difference. So the value that we add is that you get, as a wakeboarder, you get something that you can't get anywhere else in the world except from our factory.